Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kirstin and this is where I art and craft. And today I am art and crafting in my Oktoberfest journal as part of the KPA Design Team. You will find all the information down below. There's a really good discount off this kit, which is something different. And unless you've already got this kit, chances are you don't have a kit like this. I left you with a few tasks I had to do. One was this back pocket. So this back now has an accordion pocket as well. Ooh, there we go. A bit stuck there. I just wanted to show you this. Now, sometimes, you know, the front, usually what we do is we put a brad in the middle. Not a brad, a split pin in the middle. And we do a figure of 8. But sometimes I didn't really want to put it in the middle of that and knock out the craft beer. So I've put it through the top, and instead of doing the figure of 8, I've tied this string underneath with bits both end, and the string goes underneath and up that way and underneath and up that way. You can't do a figure of 8 because you can't bring it, you haven't got enough space at the top here. So you just tie it up a different way, but also you can still have your thing. The other thing I've done is after tying this up here, I've actually put a bit of glue underneath there. You can see how this one's, but that's because the string's under, and it would be doing that regardless. But that just kind of keeps that one a bit flat and just keeps it all nicely in place. So if you've ever wanted to use a particular circle, image, whatever, for one of these closures, but thought, I don't want to make a hole in that, you can do it that method as well. So that was one of the things I was doing while you were away. I also put an image on that page, and we're going to work on this page today, which will also have an impact on this page, but we'll come to that in a minute. What was the other thing I had to do? Well, I was away. There was something else I had to do. Oh yeah, we're working on this page. I've already put the background down on that. That page is there, yeah. Right. Let's start with this one, in fact. And what I've already done is I've folded this page a bit. Well, first of all, I've put a layer of this light blue tissue paper on. I folded it up. Can you see where I'm going? I've got some dark blue tissue paper strips. Now these strips are purposefully getting slimmer as we get to the bottom of them. Can you see? Can you see? And then I'm going to put this underneath here, obviously cut down to be the top of this pocket, and just to stabilize all that. And it's because I'm making a homage to the accordion as this pocket. Now I might see if I can do something about these dots as well on the accordion. I'm not going to bother with the keyboard, but these are going to be kind of like the keys this side of, and I just love these, so I wanted to use them. So there. So let's get these stuck down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm hoping this is going to work. We shall see, shall we not? What the plan is I put one, this isn't stuck or anything at the moment, this. So I put one in the back there, glue it down, and then fold it over and glue it. So you'll have bits of the blue showing down here, so you have that idea of the fan of the accordion. I was going to wrap it round, but now I'm just wondering if I'm making life difficult for myself, and if I just put them all in the gaps, if that's going to be enough. I think it probably will be, won't it? Oh, Kirstin, you were going to make life difficult for yourself, weren't you? Imagine all that faffing with wrapping it round when actually, well, it doesn't quite give the same effect. Oh, well, does it give the same effect? Probably does, actually, doesn't it? This down here. Now, I do apologise if, while I'm doing this video, you might hear some banging. We've got some construction going on. It's not here, it's across the way. But at the moment they're pile driving, so every so often we hear that thump, thump, thump of a pile driver going in, and there's not a lot I can do about it. And it might, there's not even any saying when it might start and when it might stop, so I'm just going to have to film through it and hopefully it won't disturb you. I think that's kind of working all right, isn't it? I'm just going to stick them in like that. Move up. Now this bit of paper, that's going to be, I'm just going to let that sit and dry for a bit. This little bit of paper, that's going to be these kind of keys here. These dots. I love these dots. I think I've already said that at least once. The one thing that's just slightly, I mean, this is supposed to be in a journal. It's not, this is not a criticism of the kit at all. It's supposed to be in a journal and I'm not using it as it is intended. But I do have this grey line down that I don't want. And I've hummed and hawed about whether to cut it out or not. And I hummed and hawed about whether I could just cover it up with something. And I've decided that I'm going to cut it out because I think we can butt it up, and there might be a thin join line, but we can do something with the thin join line. Let's stick that underneath there so we can see. Right, that's the right depth. Now let's cut this there. Oh, the banging's just resumed. So I hope, as I said, I hope you can't hear it. Or if you can hear it, I hope it's not too bad. When they started yesterday doing it, I did think for a moment that somebody was trying to break into the house, and then I realised that nobody was trying to break into the house. It was the piling. Now that's a bit of a shame because there's a change of colour there, which is quite obvious when I do that. But it won't be obvious, see, because actually it's matched really well, but there's a change of colour. I wonder what else I have. I do like this stage of journal making when you've got a pile of bits left over that, oh, I could do that with it, oh, I could do that with that. Right, now here's one here, but this isn't long enough for the whole thing. But there's a couple of these, yeah. That now is slightly different sizes. Is that going to matter? I don't think that matters actually. I think that works fine. I think that works fine. So let's put all this over here and let's look at using these two. Now these are two, when I was trying to resize the pages, these are two I did resize very well. So what I need to do is I need to decide whether I want, I think I'm going to use all of this. I might just cut off that because it's got the page curl there. A lovely wee touch to make it look like it's a vintage. So I'm just going to cut off that one red dot so that I've lost that page curl. Okay, so we really need it going that way, I think. I think that speaks more of it getting bigger. So that means it's going to go in the pocket that way round. And I need to put something behind this just now to make this join work. So that's all the same pattern. This is inside a pocket, remember? So the fact that it's patching, as long as it's smooth, which it is, doesn't matter. I'm going to have to trim it along the top because I have left a little gap there, and I want to just put a little square in here. If we just use this, which is the same colour, that's excellent. I'm just going to cut that down there. Doesn't matter because I've got to trim this anyway. Put that. It's the same colours, so in the pocket. So only if somebody goes really investigating, they'll discover that this is a patchwork pocket, and then they'll wonder, why did she patchwork the inside of that pocket? Because remember, I was only going to see the very top of the outside. It's the kind of thing that would get me very curious, because I kind of look at these things in journals. Then this should go in there and act as these kind of key bits for the accordion. It's a very deep pocket. I might trim off this. I could just turn this one round. I think we need to get rid of this end one and just bring this pocket down a smidgen, because that's a... I'm trying to work out which is the narrow angle and which is top. Bottom's narrow, isn't it? Because I think I'm going to cut it at that angle again to echo the accordion. Hopefully that's worked. Oh, look at that. But of course I'd already turned it round to the top, but because the blue is the thin one, then actually that's worked fine. Oh yeah, right, okay, a lot happier with that now. That's a better size of pocket. Right, I'm going to ink this up, stick this down, and I'll be back. So I've got my Posca pen out, and I'm just going to do dots down this blue one to echo the dots that are on the other. Now I know it doesn't have the keys, but actually I think it's as a homage to the accordion that's in the journal. I like that. The preparation I've done for the other pocket. These are envelopes that are in Karin's kit. Now these two are half-page envelopes in the kit, and this is a half-page envelope with other envelopes in the kit. I've made all of these into full-page envelopes, and then this one, and it doesn't matter which one, well, no, it doesn't really matter which one, I suppose. This one I've then made into a coin envelope style. I've trimmed this right down, and you'll see for why. I've trimmed down the underneath is the curved flap, but I've curved it even more, and I've curved the straight side. So that would be, the flap is inside. That would be how it is. And so what I've done is I've put the flap inside, curved it a bit more, curved what would have been the straight side, and cut that flap shorter, and made it into a, but you could, if you had kept that flap the size it is anyway, then you would have a flap that maybe just about covers. But you can convert these into other things. So that's that one. You'll see why I've done that in a minute. And then this one, this is just as is, but I've cut off the straight bit. This is a flap, and I've stuck the flap down. And actually, I think I'm going to trim that across, because that doesn't need to be. Let's just trim that across there. No, let's not, because I'm the chances are I won't make it straight line. And then this one is more the traditional envelope. This is the flap. I've cut the flap off and I've put a wee notch in there. I really do want to trim this off because it's going to be, I have been humming and hawing about whether this pocket was doable, so let's just go for it. Let's trim that off there. That's okay, that's straight enough. And ink that up again. I already had a dauber pad with a vintage photo on it, which is why I'm using. And actually, should have done that as a wee. That's a wee pointy bit on there. Let's just get rid of that wee pointy bit. There we go. Boop. So those 3 envelopes we're going to use on the next page that we're doing. This is the page I'm wanting to put the envelopes on, and they're going to go like this. This one will hang over the top like so and open up and you'll get access to it. This one will hang over the bottom and it'll open up and you'll get access to it. Can you see that? And you get access to it. And this one will stick on this page and you'll open up and get access to it, and they will all flip out so you can get access to them and so you can read this page. But before I stick these on, I want to decorate this page, and I wanted to put some hops on this page. A couple of Karin's, these beer cans have hops on it, and there's another of Karin's, this barrel has a couple of hops on it as well, but there isn't a lot of hops in here, and in this country certainly hops are a big thing in the brewing, and people comment about, oh, that's very hoppy beer and things. There are a couple of images of hops I rescued from the book. We have this one and we have this one. These are kind of 2, and this is actually, I've kept this bit because I thought I might cut that out and use it as a kind of tag somewhere. This one, I kind of half thought I could cut that out and put that on this page, but I decided I wanted more than one, so I made my own because I couldn't find hop stamps anywhere. I made my own. This is my wee hop stamp, and you make it with this funky foam, and basically what you do is you it's quite soft. I made some other leaves, and there's one of them, I'm not going to find the one, am I? I did these a wee while ago. I'm not going to find the one that, is it that one? No. Oh, it's this rose bush. This is a rose leaf, and I got my thumbprint in it, my thumb. So that shows you how soft it is. Just actually picking it up, I ended up getting my thumb. So you've got to be careful with them if you've got long fingernails. So they mark quite easily. So I thought, well, I don't really want to be going spending money on a hop stamp that I might only use in this one journal. Although, actually, having done this hop stamp, you know, I could use it in other things as a background or whatever. Would people know it's a hop? If I did it in a purple, would you think, oh, that's some kind of flower? What flower is it? Is that a hydrangea? What is that? I don't know what flower that's supposed to be. And that's fine, because a lot of the stamps are more symbolic and more abstract than the actual flowers. So I'm quite happy having made this hop stamp, and if you want to know how to make them, see them being made, want to know how to make them, then you can either ask me down below and I might do a wee video, or you can pop over to Hazy Crazy Arts Facebook channel, because she makes a lot of these foam stamps, and Probably if she didn't make them and I hadn't seen her channel. Well, I did a swap with her and she sent me some of her flowers. And probably if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be making a hop stamp for this journal. Oh, that's fab. Love it. And while hops are green on the of course they're dry and roasted, so I'm quite happy putting this brown. I might do a green one as well. Let's put another one here, I think. I don't mind it going over the writing a wee bit. Maybe I should have done a second one with a going the other way, but actually I think this one's probably enough for now. And put another one down here. I might put that all the way down here actually. Right, I'm going to get a green out. Let's just clean this off. And I'm going to use this Olive Grove, which is a lovely dark green. Whoops. It's a bit silly stamping it on that page actually, but never mind. Let's just put one, where should we put this one? Let's put this one here. Oh, now that's because of this page, and that's a bit of string there. Let's stop that doing. Where's one of my and I was aware of that earlier on and then I forgot about it. Let's just put this underneath there. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to, so no, I'm not going to be able to reprint on that, so let's not worry about it. What we'll do is we'll print another one. Might end up covering up too much of the words if I was to do that. Maybe if I just do it lightly. Or if I do it, let's do another one like that. Oh, see, that works nicely. And that doesn't cover up words, but it covers up that mistake. So let's do one more. And then I think we'll call it done. Now we're going to do another one. Going to do another one at that point, or we're going to do another one at a different point. Let's do the other one. Let's do it there. Let's do this. No, let's do it. Let's do it here actually, and just only very lightly stamp it. Just kind of put it down just lightly and take it up. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Just a wee shadow of it without taking the words out. No, don't do another one, because then you'll want to do another one as well, and there's quite enough on there now. I didn't quite know what I was going to do with the stamp, and I didn't want to end up with the envelopes being in the way of where I was stamping. So let's stick these on hanging over this page. So then those envelopes, and you can flip those out, fill them up. And I hummed and hawed about the closure, but actually because the page turns that way and then the next page turns that way, and even if you're going back the way the page turns that way, you might have to tuck that envelope in, but that envelope is never going to fall open, and that envelope keeps these two envelopes. So if you were, had it up, so I decided it didn't need anything to keep it closed. Right, but what has happened was, apart from these prints coming through, which I didn't know about, is these bits, which I was expecting. So I thought I would put these barrels. Okay, now I didn't want the bottom line of the top line of this one and the bottom line of this one inked up because I wanted it to feel as if it was part of the page. So I've just inked the edges and not the edge that comes onto the page. Now this bit here, I feel I'm not keen on this bit saying beers. So this is a belly band from the kit, and actually I think that that fits lovely in that gap. I want to decorate the rest of here. I don't want to use the map, the stamp again, because I don't want to put stuff on the other side. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut out this hop. There we go. I like that. That just adds a wee bit actually. And it makes more sense of these shadows that are coming through as well. I've already inked this up, but I don't think I'm going to ink up this. Let's just see if I can center that. There we go. Oh, now it's really coming together as a journal, isn't it? Now I might do some more on that page, but that'll be more decoration. I suppose in one sense this was decoration, but I just wanted to cover up that beer as part of finishing off this stage of the journal, because I think we've finished off this stage of the journal now. We've done this, we've done this, we've done this one. All these are done. You've seen all these previously. We've done this one today. And all these are done. The only page not done is this one, but I think this is just going to be decoration. I don't think I'm going to put anything else on this page. We'll see when I get to it. I might change my mind when we get to it, but we'll do that as part of the decoration. So I think that we are done for our Oktoberfest journal for today. And remember, the link is down below for your 35% off, and well, the coupon code is down below for your 35% off. The link is also down below, but you've got to use the coupon code to get your 35% off. The other members of the design team, their links are below as well, so you can go and see what they're doing. And I think that's everything that I'm supposed to tell you. No. Yes, I think that's everything I'm supposed to tell you. Oh, I've just seen, see how there's a bit of napkin there. I could maybe put a bit of napkin on one of these pages. Oh, now maybe that's what to do with this is too dark though. You're still not going to be able to read through the things you need to read through. But then maybe you'd have to peer through. Where's the bit I put the napkin on? How obvious is it? Yeah, you can't see. You can see it through the pale blue, harder through the dark blue. You can't see it through the browns at all. Well, a wee bit through there. I need to have a think about that, but that might be an option actually. I'll leave that wee bit, that bit of napkin in that page to remind me of that, because even if I just cut out squares of it and put squares on around the page, then actually that'd be, oh, that's maybe an idea. I'll have a think. Let's leave it open at the Oktoberfest page, because we've got Oktoberfest saying there as well. I've still not done the cover, so I've still got the cover to do. Still got to add decorations inside, so we've got 2 more at least, which is what I thought we would. So this is number 3 of possibly 5, maybe 6, possibly 5. If you haven't seen the other 2, then you'll find them in the Oktoberfest playlist, which you can also access down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you spending time with me. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and we will see you very soon. Until then, you take care, keep crafting. Bye for now.